up, guys? Man Cave Collectibles coming back at you today with a overview of a new omnibus that I have picked up recently. Now this omnibus has been out since February of 2019. I just picked it up on in-stock trades. I'm a He-Man fan and never was able to collect these in the comic book form or the trade paperback. So was just kind of looking through some things to try to pick up and give me some reading material, and having to come across this one. I just kind of wanted to do a quick overview, and we can take a look at the pages and the cover and dust jacket and all. So again, we're looking at He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Omnibus. Again, this come out in February 2019. It's got 1,496 pages, $150 cover price. Obviously, within stock trades, you get it for about half that. So let's start. We'll take the dust jacket off and take a look at the dust jacket and the hardcover itself. Okay, guys, we got our dust jacket off. Let's take a quick look at it. So we got a nice artwork here of He-Man here, kind of in front of the castle, and it's kind of flamed up. You know, I'm sure he's powering up at this point based on how the artwork looks. Slide on over to the side here. Got a nice picture here of so this actually was one of the covers from Origin of He-Man that came out back in 2013. It's actually collected in this book, but that's what this side cover art was from. I actually noticed that right off the bat, so that was kind of cool that they kind of threw that in. And then obviously we just have another advertisement for what the book is, and obviously DC Comics is who released this omnibus, so they've got their logo there on the side. Now on the back here, we've got a nice picture of He-Man and Battle Cat. Kind of a quick write-up. This does cover what is covered in this book, so we can kind of run through that. Most of these collected editions were issues that come out between 2012 and about 2017-ish. So we'll kind of run through what we've got covered in this. So we've got He-Man's Masters of the Universe 1 through 6 that come out in 2012. He-Man Master Universe 1 through 19, that was the series that come out in 2013. He-Man The Eternity of War, that's 1 through 15. That ran from about 2014 to 2016. DC versus Master Universe 1 through 6, that come out in 2013. He-Man and Thundercats Crossover 1 through 6, come out in 2016. Super excited about reading that. That's two of my favorites, all bought up in one comic book series. Then we've got Origin of He-Man #1, Origin of Skeletor #1, Origin of Hordak #1. Those all ran in 2012 and 2013. And then one of my all-time favorites is DC Comics Presents #47 from 1982. So this is, actually that was the, if you want to go back and talk about a little bit of comic book history, that was the first appearance of He-Man in comic books. Prince Adam, first appearance. That was the first time that Master Universe had ever appeared in like a regular DC comic. Because, you got to think at that point, the animated cartoon had actually not even aired yet. So pretty neat. That is a comic book. If you ever kind of wanted to pick up a key issue, that would be a good one to grab. And you can get it on, eBay for $50 to $100 for a pretty decent grade. I think I did see where a 9.8 sold for like $700 back in December. But if you want to go just with the loose raw copy, ungraded, somewhere between, very fine-ish to low near mint, you can get $100, $150 for sure there. So that would be a great key issue if you collect comics. But anyways, kind of getting off topic there. That's our dust jacket. We'll set that to the side, and let's take a look at our book itself. So I love this cover here. I love this cover art. So this is He-Man on the front. It's actually kind of a wraparound cover. We can get that in there. Got some Skeletor on the side. We come on around. We got some additional villains here. Skeletor, great looking artwork. I really, really like this. I almost wish this was the dust jacket. I tend to leave all my books in the dust jacket just to protect them, which probably most of us do, but this is really what I would like to display as far as my collection. But pretty simple cover, not a lot of verbiage on it. We do got, you know, Master Universe here. On the side we had a DC logo, but other than that, they kept it pretty clean. So let's crack this open and we'll take a look at the pages and artwork and wrap it up. Okay, let's get this guy opened up. Let's see what we got. I love the sound of a brand new omnibus cracking open. You can hear that spine stretching. So who we've got here, we've got Dan Abnett, Rob David, Keith Giffen. As far as our writers on this, our main writers. Obviously we have a lot of writers because we have so many collected edition. Even Jeff Johns is in there as one of the writers. A ton of artists, we won't go through those, and colorists. So, you know, when you collect this many books, you're going to have a ton of names involved. So there's just a quick reference to who all was kind of involved in this. And pretty neat here. Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster by special arrangement with the Jerry Siegel family. So from what I understand, that family stays pretty active in trying to represent, you know, what those guys had created. So that's pretty neat. Giving a little shout out to them. Moving on in, we got our table of contents, talking about everything that is collected here. And then we start the book here. I really like the artwork on this. Really nice. We won't flip through every page here. I just kind of wanted to give a little preview of kind of what this looks like. I have not read this yet. And as I stated, this is something that just came in from In Stock Trades. And I just kind of wanted to do a little overview for, you know, if there was anybody who was actually thinking about picking this book up at this point. I know it's been out for a little while, but, you know, if you're like me, you don't always catch everything when it first comes out. Awesome artwork there. As far as our gutter loss, you know, DC historically can be a little questionable as far as gutter loss is concerned. And just kind of my first impression of this, right now I'm reading The Blackest Night when they put out, and it really bothers me with the gutter loss. I have a hard time, you know, I find myself a lot of times having to stretch the pages. With this, I don't see that that's going to be that big of an issue. The cardstock itself feels really nice, really thick. It doesn't feel, you know, like it's going to be, feels like it's going to kind of stand the test of time, I guess you could say. I'm going to try to see, you know, we can see here how this word bubble kind of gets into, we're right dead in the middle of the book at this point. You can see, you know, we kind of get down in the gutter there a little bit, but this is better than some I've seen, especially from DC. We'll move on through here. You can see obviously just how many artists are involved. Even as we're flipping here, you can see how many, basically every time I've turned into a different section of the book, you know, the art style, you know, has changed. We'll flip on back. Here we are into the Thundercats crossover here. It's interesting to see Lion-O and He-Man fighting there. Look forward to getting to that section of the book. And then once we get on back here, looks like kind of all the most recent stuff is collected up front. and they put our kind of the older storyline that they collected here in the back. So you can see, you know, bright and vibrant. I've got a copy of the comic book, and it obviously does not look that bright and vibrant. So pretty cool. I've actually never read it. I bought the book, and a lot of times I collect a lot of key issues, and you know, I collect the key issue. I never even open the book. I just buy it and you know, try to preserve it as best I can. Something, you know, that, you know, we're going on 30 years old now, or I guess 40 years old at this point, 1982. So you know, I don't want to get them out and do a lot of playing with them, reading them. The more you mess with those spines, the more breakdown you end up having. So pretty neat to see these in collected form, be able to read them. So that about wraps up our book. At the back here, we do have just, you know, variant cover gallery, which we see with a lot of omnibus. Some of the Master Universe, I guess the Matty Collector, or yeah, I guess that would probably be part of the Matty Collector line. Just some variant covers here in the back. And then just an art gallery kind of to finish it out. Alright. Well, that kind of sums up our quick overview of He-Man Masters Universe Omnibus. If you guys enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe. If you have any comments on the book, if you've read it, feel free to put those in the comment section. I'd love to hear your feedback on the book and what you thought about it. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.